Obviously, I didn't think that was one of our better games we've played. I thought, that weekend took a lot out of us emotionally, I think. You play, kind of get after Indiana on Friday, but then you play two really tight ones. You play a really good one against Arizona, very emotional, find out a way to win it. And then go 12 innings against Dallas Baptist and obviously end up on the wrong side of it. Late flight back, weird weather yesterday. We weren't able to get a full workout in. I thought our energy level today was just very mediocre early. Now, I thought we did a good job of continuing to show up. And we found a way to win. And there's something to be said for that, for teams that just find a way to get it done when it matters. And like I said, I didn't think we were outstanding. I thought there were situations where we've kind of been banging gaps, and we end up cashing and getting one, which is good. It's what allowed us to stay in that game, but we weren't able to kind of lengthen that thing out, And on the mound, we've been really, really outstanding, and on defense of getting zeros when we score, and we just weren't awesome at that tonight. I thought we got ahead of a lot of guys but couldn't quite finish them, and some of that is due to the dudes in that other dugout. I mean, that Skylar Meade's got those guys going, man. That's a good team. They can hit. They're tough. They compete really hard. And so to find a way to win on a game that I think we'd all probably say is probably a C-plus type game for us, but still finding a way to win means something. And so at the end of the day, we're 12-1, heading into a good weekend against a good team, a good veteran team, and Lipscomb coming in. So we'll have a really good workout tomorrow and hopefully get after it and play a better brand of baseball this weekend.
Yeah, Coach, you already kind of talked about it. Kind of a challenging 8 days playing that back and forth game at UAB and then the Frisco Classic and now today. But your team did come back and win. What do you think that really just kind of says about the guys on the field?
I mean, there's some competitive dudes in that dugout. We got 40 guys over there that compete their tails off every single day, and they've done that since August when we showed up. And it is. It's an emotionally draining thing, but we need to play some games like this. I've said that a couple times. That UAB game, the Arizona game, the Dallas Baptist game. I mean, the reality is you look at it a lot of times when you get into SEC play, you're going to have one game that you might get after them, one game they might get after you, and then you usually have a game that's a swing, a play, a pitch here or there, and we've got to get comfortable in tight games where we don't panic, we don't try to do too much. I thought these two guys sitting here did a great job not trying to be extra and just do their jobs in those situations. And Kade obviously with a big hit. Bruce, he had just an unbelievable night offensively and just continues to play a really high-level brand of baseball, and we needed that. So I, like you said, I think it's a long, emotional game, but I think this group will be a lot better for playing games like this.
Yeah. Sorry. Bryce, you had 3 hits today, 4 at the plate. What was kind of going well for you there tonight?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just tried to, obviously read how the pitchers were going to pitch me and, understanding my zone and the umpire's zone and, just picking a good pitch to drive and try not to do too much, like Coach Vaughn said, and it worked out.
How valuable was the day off, the surprise day off yesterday for you guys in terms of preparing, obviously that long road trip that you guys had in Texas, just coming back here and just preparing for that and the off deck? How was that helpful for you guys to prepare for today against a really good team like Troy?
I think it can be kind of a blessing and a curse, to be honest with you. I think the good is I think these boys could probably use a little bit of a day, and I know, I felt a little sluggish yesterday, so we probably could have, for our body's sake, need the day. I think we'd all also agree, though, you kind of want to have a good, high-energy thing. We'd have loved to have played yesterday, but obviously the rain kind of got in the way of that. So, yeah, I think the good for the bodies may be bad for just staying sharp in the focus a little bit, so a little bit of both.
Kade, you had your first hit at Alabama tonight. It especially came in very clutch. What was kind of your thought process going up to the plate and your feelings for getting that hit?
I kind of saw it the whole way, and Mason. Thank goodness for Mason. He took some really hard pitches to take and gave me that opportunity. And I saw a ball where I could do some damage, and really and truly, I wasn't trying to do anything crazy. I was just trying to get the next guy at the plate, and that seemed to work for me, and ended up scoring a couple runs, which thank goodness it happened.
Coach, like we kind of already talked about a little bit, you guys have a short week with these supposed to be 2 midweek games that y'all played on Wednesdays and Tuesday. How are y'all going to prepare for the series this weekend with short rest?
Yeah, obviously, these double midweeks are weird because you spend all day Monday and Tuesday preparing for Jack State, and then you turn your attention really quickly to one of the best midweek teams we're going to play in Troy, and so you turn your attention there today and last night trying to prepare for that. And so now we got to do the same thing with Lipscomb. From the coaching perspective, we've got to kind of do some dives and see like what are we going to see, what are we going to do. I do know it's a really veteran lineup. I don't know a lot about them, but I do know we've talked to some scouts, we've talked to some different people, and said, man, there's a veteran lineup that can hit a little bit. So we'll do our homework on them, and then for us, I think it's just having a good normal day tomorrow. It'll be nice. The weather's supposed to be beautiful here tomorrow. We're praying that the rain gets out of here on Friday, but should have a really good day to work out tomorrow. And I think this group could use that. We could use a day of just getting back into our routine offensively, doing our stuff, getting prepared there. And same thing defensively, all that stuff. Just a good, clean, high energy, short and quick practice. What we'll see tomorrow, I think will be good for us.
Obviously a big difference between a midweek game and a 3-game set, but how can an opponent like Troy help him prepare for SEC schedule?
They're good. They're tough. They don't go away. Like I said, we've been really good in shutdown innings this year, and we weren't great at that tonight. I think we were 1 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 for 5, getting that done, hanging zeros after we score. And some of that is stuff we've got to be a tick better at defensively, or maybe finishing hitters. But some of that is just due to that lineup, and they make you get them out 27 times. They make you compete at the plate 27 times. And SEC play is going to be no different. You got a really good Tennessee team coming in here in 2 weeks that we're going to have to be ready to lock horns with. And that's what this league is all about. It's, can you take a punch? Can you compete? Can you show up? And I mean, I love rugby, right? Rugby, I love the analogy with rugby. They refer to their stuff as tests. And that's really what these games are. They're tests. They're tests of, are we ready? Are we prepared? And when the lights flip on and it's our time to execute whatever our job is, can we do that? And you have to do that against a good team like Troy. And like I said, I didn't think we were elite tonight, but I thought we were good enough, and that's a good place to be.
Yeah, Coach, Zane Adams last week got hit up a little bit at UAB. Would you like out of him today?
It's funny, Zane gave up some hits and he gave up some runs last week, but that game was so weird last week. I thought we were all over the barrel early and had nothing to show for it. And it seemed like they were kind of paper cutting us to death a little bit. It was like Squibber in the hole, Chinker through the middle, Squibber in the hole. And they were able to string some runs together. I didn't think Zane really pitched a whole lot different. I just thought, some things went a little bit better for him. I thought he got a few more swing and misses on the breaking ball as his outing went on, which is good to see. He has a bases loaded, nobody out jam and minimizes and keeps that to 1 run. And for a young pup with a really good offense, that's a really big growing thing for him. And, I didn't think his velo was down a tick today. It wasn't 92, 94, it was more 88, 91. But he competed his tail off. And like we ask all these starters to do, man, he went out and gave us a chance to win tonight.
Yeah, Bryce, you were one of the few players that came back from last season, and now you're in this position not only today to have a huge offensive outing, but so far this season, what does that kind of mean to you to jump into this big role on the offense, and how has it been so far for you this season?
Yeah, no, I mean, I love being here, and just kind of working every day and trying to get 1% better every day is the biggest thing, and winning games is the most important thing, and I love this team, and we're really good, and I'm excited for the future for us.
Anything else? All right.
Cool. Roll Tide.